8강의 가장 강력한 우승 후보 두 팀, 호주와 대한민국이 조 1위 자리를 두고 맞붙게 됩니다. 호주와 대한민국과 호주의 경기를 여러분께 중계방송해드리겠습니다. 안정환, 서영욱 해설위원 함께합니다.
Thank you, Macbeth. In this battle, as you see, Disaster is using his separation tactic. He has one force on the other side of the river and one force on the other side. Bob here has his aircraft ready, and he's using the aircraft tactic, meaning quick mobilization for his part. And you can see Bob is bringing his helicopters to show his air superiority against Disaster. He is firing upon his transport vehicles, and the infantry are getting into that town. I'm going to call that town Ground Zero. And also here you can see his Disaster's anti-air is getting destroyed by Bob's artillery. This will show that Disaster will have a weak anti-air defense. So what Disaster does, he brings out his aircraft, bombs the artillery, and when he hit it, he hits it. Bob starts moving his units forward, and he takes out one tank from Disaster's tank force, devastating loss because he loses points and he loses one tank. So what Disaster does, as you can see, he brings out one infantry unit to his flank so he can distract the Marines that are firing at the tanks. As you can see, Bob is also getting hit by artillery, Disaster's mortars, and Bob also brings another Marine so he can attack those commandos. Disaster saw this and he brought his diggers. Now it's 2v2, 2 units versus 2 units. Disaster loses on the left flank, so he brings his commandos back. Disaster uses the mortars to shield his retreat. Then after a firefight, Bob brings his helicopter, shoots down the diggers, but the diggers were too strong and takes out one helicopter and soon the second one. But Bob brings in his artillery and starts bombing the diggers. Bob starts bringing more infantry to support his defense, but he doesn't really need defense because Bob took out Disaster's infantry from Ground Zero. So as you can see, Disaster is desperate because he brings in his assault pioneers for close combat fighting. If you don't know what they do, well, see, they have flamethrowers. You can see Bob's artillery is still effective. He brought another one out. So Disaster starts bringing more assault pioneers and another infantry unit, most likely commandos, and they start having a quick firefight between the Marines. And then almost instantly, Disaster loses his infantry force again. He has the last stand here, as you can see. But what he does later, he brings in infantry to support his last stand, which ended up being into a counterattack. So Disaster starts bringing more infantry, a lot of reinforcements coming in, but Bob sees that and he brings in his helicopters, takes out the infantry that is being brought from the back, takes them out, devastating loss in both points and ground control. Bob has the last stand. Disaster still has his infantry. Disaster here having a long-range firefight with Bob. Bob starts retreating because he sees that there's 7 minutes left. All he has to do is not lose anything for 7 minutes. Disaster sees that. He brings it a plane, bombs his artillery, gains 200 points like that, and Disaster wins. Thank you, Macbeth.
자, 캔버라에서 우리가 두 경기를 치렀고요. 이곳 브리스번으로 이동을 해서 왔는데 날씨가 굉장히 더운데요?
네, 그렇습니다. 캔버라에서는 두 경기의 승전을 치렀고요. 승리보다 더 힘든 날씨와의 싸움이 되겠습니다. 35도나 육박하는 이런 날씨에 오늘 선수들하고 감독이 어떤 경기를 펼치지 한번 지켜봐야 될 것 같습니다.
네, 지금 호주 시간으로 이제 7시가 다 되어가고 있는데도 아직도 기온이 28도, 29도를 육박하는 더운 날씨 속에 있습니다. 우리나라와 호주는 이미 8강 진출을 확정지었습니다만은 조별리그 가운데서는 가장 큰 빅매치 아니겠습니까?
네, 그렇습니다. 뭐 결승전 매치업이라고 해도 과언이 아닐 정도로 아시아 최강 팀들인데요. 외신의 관심도 높습니다. 일단 순위는 일단 8강 진출은 결정이 되어 있습니다만 호주는 홈 경기, 홈팬들 앞이기 때문에 우리는 또 1, 2차전 좀 졸전을 하지 않았습니까? 그런 부분들에 대한 팬들의 실망감을 씻어주기 위해서 오늘 정말 최선을 다하는 멋진 승부가 될 것 같습니다.
네, 순위도 순위지만 아마 자존심 대결이 굉장히 세게 나올 것 같은데 말이죠.